All right, guys, speaking of cryptocurrencies and speaking of decentralized finance and technology around that sector, Prophecy DeFi is making all kinds of moves in this sector that we're going to talk about a little bit today and get an introduction to the company with CEO John McMahon joining us for the first time on the show. We're so happy to have you, John. This is a really interesting time to be in this space specifically. And why don't we start off a little bit with an introduction here, how Prophecy got its start?
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for having me. And I heard your colleague compliment the name of the company, Prophecy DeFi. You know, prophecy is about the future. And certainly that's what this company is about. It's about the future of finance, specifically decentralized finance. So
bringing together technology startups in this space, let's talk a little bit about where the idea came from. Obviously, there's a lot of entrance into this space currently. What is it exactly that Prophecy is aiming to accomplish here, and what angle specifically are we taking heading into DeFi?
On March 2nd, I became chairman and CEO of a company called Bucephalus Capital, maybe not such a friendly name. And Bucephalus Capital is a public company trading on the CSE, but it wasn't going anywhere. They had about $1 million of assets, and it was largely unliquid. So I proposed to become chairman and CEO of the company and take it in a new direction. And that management team and board agreed to allow me to do that. And so I put a completely new board together, a completely new management team. We've reinvented the company from top to bottom. Since March 2nd, every single board member is new. Every single person on the management team is new. And the company is new. No longer Bucephalus Capital. It's Prophecy DeFi. We've conducted 3 financings. And in looking at the landscape, we wanted to hone in on a sector that we thought the market would be interested in. And certainly cryptocurrencies, and specifically the evolution of decentralized finance, was an area of tremendous, tremendous growth. And I've been in the business of finance here in Toronto for over 25 years. I was head of investment banking for Mackey Research, vice chairman of that firm. I was head of banking for Industrial Alliance. And in that 25-year period, I've been fortunate to meet a great deal of people in this ecosystem of finance. And one of those persons is a gentleman by the name of James Fox. He is the co-CEO of 9Point. And James and I have been friends for 20 years. 9Point is an asset management firm with $8 billion under management. And we started talking about what we could do with this platform. Bucephalus Capital is an investment issuer. And the idea of creating a venture firm centralized around decentralized finance came to the top of the list.
And the company did announce a strategic partnership with 9Point earlier in this year. And I want to get to that and some of the details involved in that partnership and what it has brought to Prophecy. But why don't we touch a little bit on the board members of Prophecy and also the advisory board as well, because you know, there's industry leaders involved in this project. What is it about Prophecy that was able to kind of attract some very quality individuals?
Well, thank you, first of all, for that. Very complimentary. Yes, we've got 2 groups. Our board of directors consists of myself as chairman. Stuart Hensman is a director. Stuart is a person of impeccable quality. He was CEO of Scotia Capital Markets in the U.S., chairman of CI Funds, a huge fund management company here in Canada. We have Charlie Morris. Charlie Morris is an exceptional individual as well, technology-driven individual. He runs a $300 million fund in the crypto space called CMCC Global, makes a huge contribution to the business. Tim Diamond is another board member. Tim has founded and sold as a partner 3 investment firms, all tremendous exits, another dear friend of over 20 years. And so our board comes from this background of finance. And with Charlie, we brought him in because of his expertise in running a crypto fund. So we're marrying the 2 skill sets together. On the advisory board, part of our deal with 9Point, who runs a digital asset group, so within 9Point, they have $8 billion under management, as I said, but they formed a digital asset group, and that is headed by Alex Tapscott. And Alex is extremely well known in the crypto space. He co-authored a book called Blockchain Revolution that sold 500,000 copies in 15 languages around the world. He's been keynote speaker at a Goldman Sachs conference. He did an incredible TED Talk. His father is Don Tapscott. They co-founded the Blockchain Research Institute together, just really immersed in the crypto space and respected all over the world. And so we're really honored to have him be our chairman of our advisory committee. And recently we made the addition of Sandeep Nailwal, who is an Indian-based entrepreneur. And Sandeep founded Polygon, and Polygon has become one of the largest crypto assets in the world. It's got about $10 billion market cap. And so him joining our advisory board with his stature in the industry is also a great honor.
At the point the 9Point deal was announced, there was also a letter of an intent announced as well to the company acquired 60% of Layer2 Blockchain. I want to discuss Layer2 a little bit here and the angle of which Layer2 has brought Prophecy into crypto exchanges specifically. Tell the viewers a little bit about Layer2, first of all, and what that has brought to Prophecy.
Sure. So that is correct. We acquired 60% of Layer2. We intend to purchase the other 40% of Layer2 shortly. They're just working on meeting milestones. Layer2 is run by a very talented group of young entrepreneurs headed by Andrew Young, who is the CEO of the company. Andrew is incredibly skilled in the crypto space and took his own personal family assets from $1 million in the crypto space to $35 million in the crypto space in under 2 years. And he formed Layer2. Layer2 is a company that injects capital into crypto exchanges. Your viewers, I'm sure, all know of Bitcoin. They all know of Ethereum, but there's 5,000 other cryptocurrencies trading on a daily basis. And just like the early formation of the stock market and the exchanges, you know, the Dow Jones was created 135 years ago. All of that infrastructure has been evolving over these 100 of years. The exchanges themselves, the fund managers that pour capital into these companies, the companies themselves that come to market, the market makers, all the infrastructure that we know so well that has come together over this 150 or so year period is being replicated over in crypto world. But it's happening in an incredibly fast pace. And Layer2 plays a critical role in the formation and trading of cryptos.
So when it comes to the future, let's look off into the future now, John, as we talk about where this space in general will go. What is next for Prophecy as far as venturing further into this space, and maybe talk a little bit about how you see this industry panning out in general.
Well, sure. You know, Prophecy DeFi was formed for the purpose of buying companies that operate in this space, and our first acquisition being Layer2. And I can tell you, Layer2, right from the closing, I believe July 9th is when we closed the initial 60%, and we infused capital into that. They already were up and running and were deploying capital in these exchanges. We just put some more firepower behind them. And the company literally makes significant capital returns on our investments on a daily basis. And we're very excited about that and the possibility that this initial investment into this space will allow us to leverage and purchase other companies that are symbiotic to the Layer2 mission. So everything that we do in Prophecy DeFi is to buy companies that are involved in decentralized finance, people that are expert at their crafts, where we can leverage company against company and build a bigger organization. And so being an investment issuer, we're very fortunate in that we can advance the building of our business very quickly through that methodology.
John McMahon, CEO of Prophecy DeFi, PDFI, guys, on the CSE here in Toronto. A pleasure to have you today. We look forward to an update in the future.
I really appreciate the time. Thank you, guys.
There we go, guys. Prophecy DeFi, interesting angle to a ever-growing space, guys.